Well, you can hardly blame the lady for being disturbed. I'm sure she never dreamed such a thing could happen. Especially not here, in a place of science. In fact, part of one of the finest medical colleges in France. Oh, I do admit that this place may seem a trifle sinister to some. As a matter of fact, the local people refer to it as La Maison des Os, the House of Bones. But actually, it's nothing more than a store where the medical students buy supplies. And also sold here for medical study are skeletons, such as this one, which the students assemble in the classroom. And the money which comes from specimens like this helps the students pay for their college expenses. A worthy cause, wouldn't you say? But what about those whose motives are not so worthy? Our story, entitled Flowers of Evil, will provide the answer to that question with the able assistance of these distinguished players. Luciana Paluzzi, Jack Weston, and Kevin Hagen. Yes, my friends, to some, the skeleton is a valuable scientific tool. To others, perhaps to you, it is a classic symbol of death. Well, wait. And as sure as my name is Boris Karloff, you will see which role it plays tonight.
Cage is intact. Most of the joints are sprung, but no matter. No bones are broken. Why? Why did you do it?
I told you.
But you were telling me lies again. What happened, Madalena, truly?
It seemed to turn into Henri. I would have sworn he was sitting there, dressed as he dressed, smiling exactly as he always did when he was being sarcastic or caught me out on something.
Well, if you do not want to tell me...
I don't know. Are they or are they not my husband bones? Did we or did we not get rid of him? Is this or is it not the second time his skeleton has been sent back here? Answer me, Arno.
It's all in your mind. Guilty imagination.
Perhaps he can still play on my mind. Skeletons may not be as dead as they seem. Why should this one be returned? This one of all those you sold for the academy. Why did the lycée reject it?
I don't know. But I recognized it at once.
Tall, thin, and skinny. How I hated him.
Oh, Madalena, I hope you never hate me like that. Why were you here so late last night?
I remembered your trustee meeting. I was afraid they might ask to see the books, and I wanted to see how bad things are. What are you going to do with them?
Bonjour, Monsieur Lunt.
Monsieur le recteur.
Bonjour.
Bonjour, monsieur. Have you had breakfast?
No.
Oh, let me get you some coffee. Please sit down.
Monsieur.
You are most fortunate. Breakfast every morning with a beautiful woman.
Oh, I buy these rolls on my way to work.
Ah, is that the one returned by the Lycée Carnot? I have a letter of complaint from them. You are most kind. Thank you, thank you.
Welcome.
But, this has been damaged. The depression in the skull, you can lay a finger in it. The enamel has been chipped off the scapula. Now, if these were old bones, they'd have been shattered, but they're still a bit pink. Your chair is broken. What happened here?
A case of mountings fell on it. I was removing it from the box when...
An unlucky accident, huh? The professeur at the Lycée complains of bad luck. Since this skeleton arrived, nothing but calamity. 3 broken legs among the students and much sickness. And it screams.
It screams?
As if it does not like to be shut up by itself at night.
The Lycée Carnot, a small grammar school, starting physiology classes, Monsieur le Recteur. A lot of superstitious little boys who never saw a skeleton before. To them, it is macabre. They imagine things.
Whose bones are these?
I don't know. It came from the tank in the basement. No doubt some vagabond found dead by the road.
Go find out who worked on him.
Very well.
Still no word from your husband?
I don't expect to hear after all this time.
I was his oldest friend. He gave no hint of leaving so suddenly without a word.
It's plain enough. He left me for another woman.
Oh, what a ravishing creature she must be to leave you for her.
Perhaps I was too difficult for Henri. A lawyer needs a quiet mind, a peaceful life. And of course, he was so much older.
30 years older, much older than me. You could do quite well for yourself. Much better than here. You could have the pick of the town. I hear Monsieur Charlot Lebrun, a wealthy man, is looking for a wife to take back to America with him. You know him, perhaps?
I have no wish to. I'm content as I am.
Cadaver from the tank, no name given. No medical details?
None, monsieur.
Well, this man was arthritic. Calcium deposits. Look at the shoulder. Look here. His upper arm was fractured on the same side. You don't come across that often. But it healed well. He was probably very young when it occurred. A child. Well, I'll go down to the tank and see if the basement files have a note on your vagabond. Funny how that skeleton keeps coming back. And the stories about it. Henri had a copy of Baudelaire's Fleur de Mal. You know the book, Flowers Vival. Might I borrow it?
I will send it to you.
Bring it one afternoon when you have some time. Madame? Monsieur?
Monsieur.
He knows. That fat devil knows something.
cannot possibly know anything.
Then he guesses. And if he should go to the police?
There is no evidence, no proof, nothing.
Flowers of evil. And Henri had rheumatism in his shoulder. Monsieur le Recteur knows that. One word from him can put us up for questioning.
No, imagination again. He says anything, only to keep talking with you. Bowing. Kissing your hand. All men are the same, they can't resist you. But only I know why. How they envy me for knowing.
This your complete list of cadavers? All the bodies that have been through here in the past 2 years? Where each body came from? When it was put in the formalin tank here? When it was issued for dissection? No possible chance of error, I suppose?
None whatever, monsieur. None at all.
You ever count them?
Monsieur le Recteur, no one wants them, and they cannot get away.
How many in here now?
Oh, not many at this time of year. The season of influenza and the pneumonia will soon be here. Then we shall have more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I feel there should be a division to keep the women from the men. Of course, that doesn't matter now.
A sad thought, mon ami.
Yes. 9, 10, 11, 12, and one more. 13 is all, Monsieur le Recteur.
13, but there should be only 12. Either you've made a mistake or sometime you've acquired one corpse too many.
I do not make mistakes in such matters, Monsieur le Recteur.
Could it be a trick a student could have played?
Oh, yes. Yes, they love to play tricks, like stealing a body from the morgue or receiving a cadaver and not at once telling me, and then maybe forgetting. Oh, Monsieur le Recteur, maybe we can adjust it, huh? I can make a card for the file. Body found, female or male, whichever you like. Once the card is in the file, what we have in the tank will match the records.
Bien. And, keep it to yourself.
Of course, Monsieur le Recteur, of course.
I don't see him yet.
There are a dozen ways out of that basement. What are you doing with it?
Put it in the closet.
But Lycée said it doesn't care to be shut up.
And I don't care to go on looking at him. Now we will see. Tooth marks, he bit me.
Madalena, you're as bad as the schoolboys. You jammed the lower jaw against the wall and caught your hand.
There he is. If he has found out anything, he'll walk straight on to the gendarmerie.
He's going home.
Yes, but so pleased with himself. I think I'll take him that book that he has to borrow, Flowers of Evil.
He doesn't want that. He wants you.
And I want to find out what that fat pig knows.
Always in bloom. We shall have beds full of perfumes and divans deep as graves. Strange flowers all around us. Signed by Baudelaire himself. I always envied your departed husband his possession of this. And he possessed something else for which I envied her. Henri once told me that he broke his left arm at the age of 8. How extraordinary that your husband's arm should be broken in the same unusual place as that skeleton.
Unusual but not uncommon, Monsieur le Recteur.
Have you seen the tank? The great cistern in which we put bodies donated for anatomical studies?
No.
We get them from the morgue, from hospitals, and often from people unwilling to pay for funeral expenses. During the past year, an extra corpse, an unauthorized cadaver, was put into the tank.
Comment?
There appears to be no way of telling who it was. Although one could make guesses.
Do you think it was my husband?
Henri is the only man missing from Arvon in more than a year. Of course, some men want to disappear, so the police never look very hard for missing husbands.
Unless something suspicious comes to their ears.
Nothing will about Henri, I am sure. But, of course, we are here and he is not. And there is left only a skeleton. Would be pleasant if early some morning you brought in hot rolls and made coffee for me. Wouldn't be unfair to your friend Arnaud Lunt because you've spent several evenings in Chaumont with Monsieur Charlot Lebrun, the millionaire American, as they call him.
You shouldn't listen to gossip, Monsieur le Recteur.
And tomorrow evening you are to dine with him again, is it not so? Tomorrow, dine with me instead. I will come for you at 7.
No, that would make a scandal. I will come to you.
Tomorrow's my birthday. We will celebrate. A little wine, then l'escargot d'or. Nothing more exclusive. Don't see Monsieur Lebrun again. We have an understanding, you and I.
I understand quite well. Listen.
How can it scream without a throat?
Listen.
It's all in your mind, Madalena. There's nothing.
Let him out of there.
Very well. Come. You will see for yourself.
He was sitting down. Did you move him?
When I closed the door, I must have jammed the knee joints. They have sprung it upright. Be out of the way there. I've been doing the books. There's not a single sou in the trustee account. I've taken it all.
We'll put it back when I get Henri's money.
First, you must prove he's dead. And you can't do that even though his bones are standing there. So you'll never touch his money. And if the rector suddenly decides to check the books...
Arno, the rector knows about Henri. He knows we put him in the tank. That greasy devil threatened to go to the police unless I give you up and go to him.
And what do you say to that?
I say send him after Henri. Arno, you don't want to share me with Monsieur le Directeur, do you?
Share you, I die first.
Then we have to do away with him.
What are you saying?
We have no choice. I have no choice.
Another murder. Madalena, we must leave this place. Run away.
On what? There is not a sou left. You said it yourself.
But killing.
He doesn't deserve to live.
I won't. I can't.
Arno, do you love me?
More than life itself?
Then if you love me, you must do what I ask. We'll use the puppies again. It's so simple. Get him over here.
Not another disappearance. Then the police surely would make inquiry. We'll let him be found in his own place.
They still ask who poisoned him, you know.
They will not even know that he's been poisoned. The college physician will be called. He will proclaim it was his heart. Or he may say apoplexy, a stroke. Because the rector is fat.
Make it up tonight. I will give it to him.
How?
Just make the potion. Never mind how. Monsieur Charles Lebrun, s'il vous plaît. Charlot? Ça va? Oh, darling, I'm going to be a little delayed. Oh, no, half an hour only. I'm not dressed yet. I've not begun. Charlot, you're terrible. This telephone, a wonderful thing you gave me. We can talk, but you cannot see me. Charlot, I must go now. I must begin to dress. I want to make myself beautiful only for you. Au revoir. Charlot, be careful. Everybody listens on this telephone. À bientôt.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Well, how kind of you, mon chéri. This was not bought cheaply. Just the thing for this evening.
I knew it would look elegant on you, Maurice.
Maurice? Maurice, that's the first time you used my name.
Voilà tous l'escargot d'or.
Oh, I shall indeed.
Let's have a drink to your birthday.
To our better acquaintance.
You do not truly know me, Maurice, mon cher, but you soon will. Joyeux anniversaire.
To you. Well, a little fusty.
You're on wine fasting, Maurice? Mais no. Come and sit down. Let's have a toast. To you and me. Don't sip it, drink it. Happy anniversary.
Oh.
Yeah.
There is about you something I have never seen in any other woman. Henri once told me that you had gypsy blood, that you came from the hills by the Mediterranean.
Where women know how to throw dust in a man's eye.
We will forget Henri now. I am here now.
Monsieur Lant is going to put a skeleton in the window and sell it for a bargain. Half a price and not returnable.
Well, let us hope that it does not come back. Oh, pardon me if fire makes me sleepy.
Then sleep, Maurice. Lie back a little.
Oh, no. No, we are going to l'Escargot d'Or. I will amaze them by walking in with you. You, the destroyer of men.
I told Arnaud Lant he should have 2 skeletons in his window. He already has Henri's there, tall and thin. How amusing it would be to see on the other side the skeleton of a broad and fat man. Someone like you, Monsieur le Recteur. 2 skeletons in his window. Henri's tall and thin, and you broad and fat. How droll it will be to see you 2 together.
I don't understand you.
You do not, Monsieur le Recteur? Perhaps now you never will, but it doesn't matter.
This most regrettable death of Monsieur Maurice Reynard, found yesterday morning in his quarters at the Academy. Death has come to him at least 12 hours before. The cause was apoplexy. A stroke, madame. Hemorrhage of the brain. It is announced that there will be a memorial service in the Academy, but no funeral. Monsieur le Recteur willed his body to l'École de Médecine at Troyes, where he was himself a student as a youth. Also, there are particulars of Monsieur le Recteur's magnificent career. I give this to you as a souvenir, monsieur. Pardon?
Apoplexy. You said it would be.
And he goes to Troyes. I thought the students here might have the body for dissection. Then I would have had the skeleton to sell. His as well as Henri's. That would be too much.
I'm attending to the rector's duties until another is appointed. I came now because I must prepare a statement of the Academy monies for the council.
Bien, Monsieur le Président, bien.
As the secretary to the Academy, you have all the books. How soon can you prepare the figures?
I had already begun.
Oh, yes, but how soon?
3 days.
Why, excellent. Thank you. Madame? Oh, there will be no funeral, of course. The body begins its journey to L'École de Troyes this afternoon. But first there will be a memorial service in the Academy refectoire. Everyone is expected to attend. Au revoir.
Figures. Oh, I can give them figures. I can draw them up on large sheets of paper. They will look beautiful. But God save us if they ever inquire into them.
They won't. Not until the end of the year.
And if there should come a sudden demand on the trustee account, it is empty. Squandered, mon chéri, on you. And you spent that evening with a friend. Charlot Lebrun? Oh, I had heard gossip, but I ignored it.
What are you thinking, Cherie? Henri knew him. Monsieur Lebrun came to inquire about him. They were friends before he went to America. And he's so rich. You have to put right the Academy accounts, and I thought...
And he could make a loan?
I'm sure he will, because he liked Henri. And I could pass the money to you.
Lebrun is said to be looking for a wife.
No, mon ange. Only to make business here, to have representation. In America, he's a wine merchant. Leave it to me, Arno. Leave it all to me. Arno? What would you do if I would run off with Monsieur Lebrun? Come after me? Just suppose, Arno. What would you do? Kill yourself?
Yes. And you? Do you know how? With the police executioner and the guillotine. They would do it, not I.
And we would die together. You're too romantic, mon ange.
Then Henri would have his revenge, huh? I wish someone would buy that. Bad luck wherever it goes.
Then get rid of it, Arno. Get rid of it.
Don't you think I would if I knew how? But even if I sank it in the deep sea, I believe somehow it would come back.
Your accounts were beautifully done. Le Conseil d'Administration compliments you. Small works of art, one of the trustees said. And now, so that all may be in order, it is my responsibility to check the figures you give here against those in a bank passbook. The supplies account, the economat here, the trustee account, ménage.
The passbooks are at the bank, of course, monsieur.
Get them tomorrow morning. Bring them to me. We shall check them together.
Bien, Monsieur le Président, bien.
You may soon have full charge of these accounts, reporting on them only once a year. Because, my dear Monsieur Land, at the meeting tomorrow evening, the trustees will decide upon the new rector. I will not mention who has been proposed, but the trustees always like to meet the new rector on his appointment. So be at home tomorrow evening.
Such an honor, Monsieur le Président. Even that I should be considered.
Say tomorrow. Say tomorrow, Monsieur Lant. Between us, had the new rector been decided earlier, I would have suggested he should approach the millionaire, Monsieur Charlot Lebrun. He also was born in this town. We might have interested him in some financial support for the academy. But I hear he returns tonight to Paris. And then New York. Well, perhaps he will come again. À demain.
À demain, Monsieur le Président.
Monsieur Lunt. Monsieur Lunt, we would like to speak to you for the Academy students. It is proposed to place a memorial bronze to the late rector, Maurice Renaud, in the refectoire. Monsieur Lunt, students are not rich. So we have made arrangements with the men at École de Médecins at Troyes, asking them to make a general dissection of the rector's body as soon as they have received it.
We thought, monsieur, it would amuse the late rector if he were able to buy his own memorial.
We asked them to send the bones to us. We have articulated them, and we hope that you will sell him for us. With the money, we will purchase the memorial tablet. Of course, the bones, Monsieur le Recteur, are very pink. There is still life in them.
Perhaps you could sell them as a pair, Monsieur Lunt.
The extremes of humanity. The long and the short, the fat and the thin.
Les caractères comiques.
Madalena, let me in. I must talk to you. Madalena, Monsieur le Président came by. He as much as said that I am to be the new rector. But first he must compare my accounts with the passbooks at the bank.
You will find out money's missing.
Yes. Is it true Monsieur Lebrun leaves tonight?
Yes.
You said you could borrow from him.
I find I cannot, Arno.
No? Is there no chance?
It's impossible. I asked him and he said no.
Well, then what am I to do? You have a telephone? You're going away? But where?
Away.
There isn't a telephone in the whole academy, yet you have one here in your bedroom. Why didn't you tell me? How can you afford it? Lebrun. You are going with him? Tonight?
Arno, if I get you the money you need.
You are going with him?
Arno, he will give me anything. Tell me how much. I will ask him now.
I don't want his money now.
He will get it for me. Anything you want.
You are not going with him. The little college clerk could be your rival. That Madalena would even look at me. But she did. She did. Mes salutations, Henri. Now she can plague us no more. You fat devil. To you again, Henri. Tomorrow,
The mill in our moss will grind your bones to powder. And that will be the end of you. A little musty. But no matter. You, my darling, are going where we put Henri in a tank. I will place a card in the file. Female vagabond.
Madeleine.
I drink to you, Madalena. My fusty wine. You remember Baudelaire's The Death of Lovers? Beds full of gay perfumes, divans, deep as graves, strange flowers to enfold us under beautiful skies.
Foolish college clerk.